Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if you are new here, karibu sana. Feel appreciated, loved and honored. Back in 2016, yeah, I was in third year. I was really new in this relationship thing. So breakup nilipigwa ilikuwa imeenda shule. I was left for someone. I don't really know the reason for the breakup anyway. Lakini niliwachwa. So in 2017, I met someone with over 8 billion people globally. Hata huwezi fikiria utapata msee mwenye mta click, but this person will really click. The chemistry was on top. Uh, the guy really never looked at how I was dressing, ati angawe umevaa nguo fupi, angawe umevaa nguo ndefu. No, he wasn't regarding every other thing that apart from mimi, how I look and how I really carry myself out. He loved me for whom I was. And that really meant a lot for me. I really wanted it to keep on moving hivyo, si ndio? Lakini it is what it is. Vitu lazima ziende venye Mungu ana plan. So yeah, we never lasted for long. But from a personal level, I've come to know that the love of God is unconditional. Just like the person loved me, God loves me more. And God loves you more because God's love is unconditional. God's love does not regard who you are. Actually, the love of God comes and embrace you even in your toughest moment, in your lightest moment. The moment that you see like, hii maisha mahali imefika, I'm totally done. I'm totally done doing things the same way. I'm totally done trying. And then the love of God overshadows you and you get the energy to keep on moving. By God's love, I mean that venye watu husema the grace of God is sufficient, and it's true. Despite being sinners, mazee kama mimi ni mtu sinful sana. Mi nafanyaga vitu yani the sins of commission, omission, the sins of repetition. Sins zingine zenye unajua tu wenyewe hii ni ngori naingia kwa yenyewe, lakini bado God anakutoa hapo na kupeleka place ingine yenye huko una deserve. Because of the love he has for us. The love that does not look at how you carry yourself about. How you really see God is how he really can't see you. Okay, anasemanga anajua even the number of hairs in our heads. Hadi nywele zingine zenye zimefichwa anajua how many they are. So imagine if he knows every little thing about you, what can you hide from him yenye unafanya? And yet he makes you see the light of the other day and the following day and the days to come. Except that God has really shown us his enduring mercies. Ni nini tunaweza mwambia ati Lord, today I am here because I haven't sinned. I don't really think there is someone like that. And by the way, sins zetu zinaweza jaa gunia. But because of his love, enyewe hata yeye hutuonyesha tu nyinyi ni wasee wangu. I will give you the grace to keep on moving. I'll give you the mercies to keep on moving. But please show me your love. Pia sisi, just like in Genesis, God was working with the people of Israel. You remember the way he provided them with manna, the quails, the way he was doing it for them by guiding them through a pillar of smoke and a pillar of light. Hiyo, he used to do that for them. But wao walifika Egypt and they were in slavery for like 400 years. But wameenda huko wakachukuana na hiyo mtindo ya huko and they are like, okay, we have found people making jewelry with gold and we have found people who are worshipping idols. So the God who took us from Egypt will be the one who will atatupeleka place ingine. But because we are stiff-necked fools, wakatengeneza nini? The idol gods. But the love of God, the merciful master, the unconditional love of God, the God who is benevolent, saw it best to call Moses and Aaron. Akamwambia cheki, utadu hivi. Because now you are a person who really follows the way I do things, please come along with the people, waambie watoe hizo ornaments walitoa Egypt. and because I love them and because I really want them. Na sitatembea nao because if I do walk with them, I'll completely finish them. Kindly tell them to get them off so that they can be able to focus on me. Suppose we let go of the things that hold us from loving God. Suppose we take a step forward and tell God, God, it is you I want. God, I want you in my life because you love me more than I love myself. You really care for me more than I care for myself. Kindly let me love you, and your love will be overseen in me. The unconditional love of God also has seen me through a lot in life. Back in 2017, I was in that year. Actually, nilikuwa on the verge of a crisis. Nikasema mimi, I'm calling off. I'm calling off, mi sina mwelekeo because help inakuja inajenga mavitu zingine. Alafu unapata, kuna venye umelipa vi lakini hauna ganji za kuenda kukula. Na huwezi enda mess hivi hivi hapana, haiwezi kuwa. And if you go to the mess, lazima ulipie. So I saw it best, maybe ni call off, alafu nitarudi, nikienda kuhasuhasu nione itakuwaje. But the love of God was always overshadowing me. I thought I knew where my life was heading to. But God sent a person who really saw me through my university education up to the fourth year. Ati Mungu alikuwa na mimi from day one of the time I was about to give up to the last day of my campus in April 15th, 2018. And I swear I never lacked. I never lacked. Because of the unconditional love of God. God loves us. God loves you. God loves me. And He loves us despite our inconveniences, our incapacities, our limitations. God does not see your limitation. Actually, He can tap your limitation and create the limitations to become something bigger. Check him. Moses was a stammerer, but the Lord saw a messenger. He saw a person who can move people from one place to another. He saw a vessel to use in his liberation process. He saw a person who will carry out the procedures he has set forth in his mind. In your limitation, God anaona, huyu ni my next bishop. This is my next doctor. This is my next nurse. But wewe unajiona, mi hata nisha give up na life. Mi bana sioni mahali naelekea na hii life. But the love of God is always with you. You make it through the night and through the days. Even some days you don't have something to eat, and in the evening you have something. The bountiful basket of God does not drain. Actually, He never lacks. He says, seek and you will find. Pray and it shall be given. Ask and it shall be given. Because in His kingdom and in His loving world, there exist the mercies. Vitu nyingi zenye watu hawajawahi ona. And furthermore, even in Ecclesiastes, the preacher says, when you feel like everything under the sun is new, it's like you are suffering a new phase. He says, there is nothing new under the sun. Actually, whatever you are going through has been gone through by many other people. In the past, people have gone through a lot. Actually, there is nothing new under the sun. And there is something else he adds. He says, there is a time for everything. Perhaps this is the time for you to struggle. My time for to struggle. But in the next 1 year, who knows? Who knows where we shall be? But we can only be doing so and hoping for a better tomorrow when we hope for the Lord's love, when we wish and yearn for the Lord's love, because His love is unconditional. His love is something that we cannot see, but you can feel it. Just like the way you can feel a person who loves you. God loves you and He loves the other person. He loves us equally despite our inconveniences and incapacities. Let us hope in Him. Let us live in Him. Let us enjoy our lives in Him because His love is a gift. His love is sufficient. His grace is sufficient. And may He guide us. May He guide our paths. Because if He does so, our life will be much easier. Actually, it will be like a bed of roses. You can imagine a bed where all roses, red, white, whatever color of rose you wish. Because in His presence, there is mercy. And mercy is ever living. Stay blessed and don't complain. He knows your path. He really do.